everybody, and nice that you are watching my newest video. I'm going to the meadow to get the horses and the alpacas. I wanted to say hello, and in this video I will show you guys some footage that I already made and that I'm going to make of how I learn Primero to walk on a halter. I hope you guys enjoy this video and have fun watching. So we started this video at the 26th of October. Primero was here around 3 months almost, or just turned 3 months something, so I could start training with him on the halter. And I took Pandora with him, and I had a double leash, so I could get them together in one hand. But as you can see, he doesn't know what I'm doing. He finds it very weird and is hopping around and running and jumping just because he doesn't know what to do with it. And I think he was avoiding the pressure I put on his halter. But somehow I found it a bit funny. You can also hear my what I'm saying during the whole video under every part, and you can see Primero is just jumping around and getting up and just getting a bit goofy. But he also walks a bit, but you also can see Pandora finds it a bit scary and doesn't know what he is doing, and she couldn't walk on the halter then for very long already. But then we turn on to the next day where I took him alone. So you can see him and me in the arena walking around, and well, he's doing pretty well. And I think my mom was here also with Pandora, but she was on the other side, so you don't see her in this video. And you can see he already walks with me, but still keeps a bit of distance. But he jumps less. He does jump still, and he lies down in this part of the video. But you can also see that he's a bit more willing to cooperate with me. He's going to lie down, and when I say something to him, he jumps up and then trying to escape as I saw it. But I just thought if I stay relaxed, he will stay relaxed. Here you see the same part where I filmed it and my mom filmed it. So you see it from 2 point of views. Of course, I only had one hand to hold him, but I wasn't giving him any pressure. But he just wants to be with Pandora, and she walks away, and he doesn't know how to get to her with the halter and the pressure on his head, which he finds very weird. But you can see he's going to think of some tricks he can do to get the pressure off. But he sees that it doesn't work, so eventually he stops trying. But here in the beginning, this was the second day I was really working with him on the halter. You can see he still finds it very hard. When we move on a bit further in this part, you can see we walk out of the arena.
Vertellen dat het goed gaat.
Yeah, you can see we're walking out of the arena, and we made a bridge for the horses so they don't need to go through the mud, because they don't like it and it's not good for their hooves and everything. And I asked him if he wants to come with me on the bridge, so I go stand up on the bridge, and he thinks I don't know what this is. It looks kind of scary to him. And his mom also isn't there. She's in the stable, like calling for him. And he's like, no, I don't want this, I don't want this. And you can see that I just stand there and give him pressure. So when he steps back, he gives himself pressure. But when he steps forward, the pressure is gone. You see him hopping around again. You see that he is going to lay down. But then I thought, I tried this for a few. And then I saw that this wasn't going to work. It wasn't fair to him because he was so young. It was only his second time for real on the halter. And I didn't want to take him too long from his mother. So then I decided to get him to me very carefully and bring him back to his mom. Because I didn't want him to be scared of us and of the halter. He needed to learn it. But we did take him to the bar with us just so he learned that for a bit. But that was just for 1 minute and then we brought him back. Then you see the next, and that's like 3-4 days later. It's on the 1st of November. And here you see that he's been in the rain. He's all fluffy and wet. And you see him walking around without any pressure. The leash is very loose. There's no pressure on it. But he still is willing to walk with me. And you also see that when at one point he doesn't want to walk with me anymore, then he pulls away. But then he gets pressure on, and if he steps by, he loses the pressure himself. You can very well see that, well, he's looking at things. He's thinking hard. He finds something scary. He jumps away, but then he walks up to it again. He's really inspecting everything and finding out what everything is. I think it's very cute, and he did very well already. Here he was totally alone, and mom wasn't here with Pandora, so he was all alone, and his mom wasn't there close, and it's very scary for so little baby to be away from his mom with something weird going on. So when he started running away, I was very carefully that I didn't want to learn him to run, so I didn't run with him, but I walked with him. And you can see, because I couldn't keep up with him and I didn't want to learn him to run, he falls down, which I was very scared. I was really shook. I felt very sorry for him. But then he goes lying down, kind of rolling, and then he stands up again and walks with me again. And then he walks with me, and you can see it's very loose. There's almost no tension or pressure on the leash and on the halter. He's looking with his ears forward, just walking with me. And yeah, we're just walking in a bit of circles. I just let him walk. I only want him to walk with me. And when he starts running, I just stand there, walk a bit with him, so he learns to walk, but not that he can run and go wherever he wants, and that I'm not going to let him go. What you can see is really looking to things, ears forward, probably thinking of ways to escape the pressure. But you can also see that if he walks, I walk with him, and I don't give him pressure here anymore. I just let him do the things, let him walk, just let him explore everything, and that goes very well. So I was really proud of him that he did this after only 3 times. Then the next fragment is from the 5th of November. Here I haltered him, but he was still lying. So I sat with him and I said, "Come on, boy, we're going to walk." And he was like, "No, I don't want this." So I put a bit pressure on, and it looks really hard, but I really didn't put that much pressure on it. And then he stands up because he thinks, "Okay, well, I will go with you then." And then when I want to get him out of the stable, his mom and Pandora and the others want to walk with me, and he lays down in the door opening. So I had to put my phone away because it didn't work. And well, I had to be very careful because I don't want to hurt anyone, of course. But I found it very funny, and I thought I would put this in. Then I walked the other way because I thought he can walk with me now already. I'm going to explore some other things. So I walked up to the other side of our house where the trailer is, because eventually he needed to go in the trailer, but he walks in the bushes, in the plants, goes laying there, really thinking, where are we going now? I don't know this part of the of the house. I've never been here. He is like, wait, where am I right now? So I bring him to the trailer and I close the back still, which wasn't really smart of me, but I opened the side and then I show him. Of course it was dark and he didn't went in because, well, I wanted to get him in a very strange thing that he didn't even know. But I was happy that he walked with me so easily, and well, he looked at it, he was very curious, and well, of course he didn't want in because that thing is really high on this side, so not even I can come in really easily there. So I was really happy that he looked there, he sniffed a bit, and then eventually we saw the dogs and my sister, and he was like, "Whoa, what's that? I want to walk with it." So, well, I thought, why not take him in the house? And we walked into the house. He walked after the dogs. And, well, then he saw the cats and all the things. He was like, "What is this? Where am I?" And, well, I still had him and I was very carefully. And I just let him explore a bit. Because, well, what do you otherwise have to do? And he just looks at the cats, he looks at the dogs, he looks around the house. Very easy and very sweet. And, well, you can see he turns around very easily. And then eventually I take him with me again because, well, I can't let him stay inside and I don't want to scare all the animals. So I decided to take him with me again. Then he is like, "No, I don't want this." So I tell him, "Come, we go outside again and it will be okay." When we walk into the hall and he looks through one of the doors, he sees one of the cats, the cat from my sister. And he's really looking at the cat. "What's that? Why can I go there?" And you can see him really focusing on it. And I think it's very, very sweet. Then I open the door again and we go outside. And I'm going to walk in the arena with him for a bit more. And, well, he's doing it again, also very nice. Here I had the jumps in the arena. And I also walked with him around the jumps and over the poles. But I did film it, but it's not really interesting for this video because, well, I was just fooling around, and then the video will also be very long. And he didn't really jump, he laid down on the poles, and you can see he's already walking through the mud, working with me. So I cut out the part where he walked over the jumps, and I just put in the part that did matter. and the mud part and just how funny he was doing. Now then I kneeled down and I called him and he looked into the camera and came sniffing, and he needed to learn that I want to hug him and feed him. So this was also the very first time I tried to really feed him as a kind of a treat. Like, you did a good job, here you have some food. And he started finally eating. So this was also the very first time he ate really anything else than his mom's milk. And it was so cute, and his little teeth, and since then he eats. So yeah, that's very cute. And then we go on to the next day, no, another day. Then we go on to the 10th of November, and then you can see I was walking with him, and you can see he's walking over the bridge, and I was so freaking proud. And you can see his mom is following us. My mom was away with the other alpacas, and well, they were loose, so I decided to just let her walk with us. And he walks over the bridge, and yeah, I had a carrot, and I, as a treat, like, here you can have some carrot. And then we walked a bit around the track, because he was being a good boy. I went to walk some other things, and only the arena that was very bad at this moment also, I believe. And well, the sun was shining and we could walk a bit around, and I was just so happy, and the sun was shining, and he did everything I wanted after just like 5 times training with the halter, really. And every time I didn't train that long. This time was maybe the longest, and it was like 20-30 minutes if it wasn't shorter. And then the next time you see in this video that's here after, it's with a puppy lesson, and that's a month after this. Yeah, it's the 7th of December, and it's a puppy lesson video. This part of the video you can also have seen already, but I like to put it in still because it's very funny how he walks with me, walks around the puppies. And well, he was just being a few times with a halter. I think he went on a walk with my mom just once to the forest, and well, he did very well, and I was really proud of him for doing so well in such a short time. And yeah, this part you already have seen, and now you have already seen like most of it. And then we turn over to well, here you see it with leaf blower. But then we got a new alpaca because, as most of you people now know, our little friend Pablo died, sadly. And we already wanted a little friend for Primero, so he could play a bit with him. And then on the 20th, we bought Paulo. And Paulo is now the friend for Primero. And they're very friendly to each other, very sweet. But he didn't know how to walk on a halter yet. So we got Primero, and we got Paulo, and my mom got Primero because he can walk on the halter. But when we wanted Primero to teach Paulo, he was like, nope, I'm going to not behave, I'm going to jump around and be crazy, which made Paulo a bit crazy, and was a lot of wind, so they weren't really easy on each other. But well, Paulo was really scared of pressure, but went away, so I could walk with him. Not really what I wanted, but the idea was there. And And then for a bit they were really sweet to each other, and I could even get both of them. So my mom gave me both of the alpaca babies and I walked with him. And you can see Paolo is walking close to the arena wall and between Primero, like sort of a protection shield. And then you see that Paolo takes over the lead and is very strong and interesting in what to do, but you see Primero is being a total ass and like, nope, I don't want this, I want to play and just don't let me do this, human. So it was a bit of fun, and then we walked again. And then Primero was like, well, energy, and let's jump around. But yeah, that's everything I can tell you about this video. And then I still got some other sad news. After Pablo, we now also said goodbye to Troopy. And I just wanted to tell you guys this. If you want to know the whole story, you can find it on my Instagram. Hello everybody! I hope you enjoyed this new video. Where you can see how I learned Primero to walk on a halter. He's already been a few times to do forest with us, and as you could see, he helped us to teach Paolo to walk on a halter. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more, and don't forget to click on the notification bell next to the subscribe button if you want to get a notification whenever I upload a new video. And if you want to see more on my life with animals, you can follow me on the Instagram page or on my Facebook page. And if you want to see more right now, you can watch one of these videos. I hope you enjoyed. Bye! See you next time!